what's going to happen with cars is what happened to the watch market. They made digital watches. The traditional watchmakers were like, oh, well, that's it, it's over. But what happened is that the traditional watch, they're for people who like art.
It's like vinyl records.
Yeah, exactly.
Analog.
And that's what's going to happen with the car. That there's going to be petrol cars for people who are really into cars. And for most people, most of the time, electric cars are actually better.
No, they're miles better.
Oh, yeah, well, got into a bit of trouble for that. So I took a Bugatti Chiron to a drive-through at McDonald's, which was right near... It was, to be fair, that is where the Bugatti staff
This is why he's got 10 million subscribers, because he's funny. Why have they fallen out with you?
I did a van drag race and I kind of put on like a Ray Winston accent and was kind of a bit stereotypical.
Right.
And they kind of told me that what I did, that's not their actual van.
Did you dirty a white van on purpose, as you say in page 83, and then wrote with your finger also available in white?
Yeah. So
Virgin Radio.
Bring on the last of the week, Jano.
Mercedes to Minis, Fiats to Fords, our next guest has driven and tested every car under the sun. His new book, Auto-Biography, an A to Z expose of cars, is out now. And here to rev us up and into the weekend, fasten your seatbelts and hold on to your hubcaps, it's Matt Watson!
Come on, Matt Watson! Putting the wow in the I am so thrilled. You are like one of my absolute heroes. Even when you were doing terrible jokes about me being awful on Top Gear. Oh,
I never said such a thing.
You did.
Did I?
No, by the way, you of course you did. Everybody did.
Okay.
By the way, you were right.
Okay.
And the thing is, you did this joke about an iPad, and it was funny.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was really funny.
Do you know, I've got a terrible memory.
Yeah.
I don't remember most of the stuff I do, which is a good
terrible,
thing.
convenient memory.
Yes.
Hey. No, but when I was doing Top Gear, the first call I made was to Chris Harris.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm not just saying this because you're here. The second call I should have made was to you.
Yeah, I was like, Chris, where's my call?
I know, but I'm not joking. You should have done it. I should have produced it. You should have done it. But it was very good. The only comeback I've got at all from that, and revenge is a dish best served cold, is that in your book, your brilliant book, which I freaking love, right? This book is so good, Autobiography. You get the price of a Ferrari 250 California Spider wrong, but only by £15 million.
Really? And in the wrong direction, probably. That's why you're raising that.
No. Because you say they're £30 million. They're $20 million.
Okay.
Apparently.
Okay. And you know this obviously because you...
Because I know, because I just... That's the only bit... I know.
You're a rubbish salesman. You should be saying, actually, it's too low, Matt.
I don't have one.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Yeah.
But I don't because I'm an idiot. Yeah. Yes. Hey, we've got an audience.
Oh, hello.
Boy, are you in for a treat this morning? This book is so good, mate. It's great. So it's an autobiography of Matt Watson. The only thing that's wrong with this book is the fact that you start with this sort of mini biography of yourself.
Yeah.
And there's 5 or 6 pages and then we're done. I want to know so much more about you. Not now. No, I really do.
I was just going to sit back and talk for an hour.
No, I really do. So give us the headlines, give us the accountancy, and give us those quick headlines.
Okay, so I did a chemistry degree at university. I then went on to be a chartered accountant, qualified, realised it wasn't the job for me when on a late night audit, everyone was working away and the FD came back to his office to get some notes and I was playing hide and seek and jumped out of his cupboard saying, "We leave no stone unturned." And then I was into cars, a job came up. Actually, one of the few people that I ever spoke to in my life who talked passionately about their job was the editor of a local newspaper, a friend of mine. I thought, I'm going to do that. I'm going to become a journalist. So I did that for a year. I was always into cars. And then a job came up on Auto Express magazine, and that's when I transitioned into doing cars.
Right, so that's how it began. And where we sit currently, carwow, the YouTube channel has a subscription of over 10 million.
Yep.
That's subscribers. That's not views. You've got many more views than that for some of the...
4 or 5 billion or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hold for applause. Thank you. If you wait long enough, they've got no choice.
One of them didn't even clap.
Yes. Yeah, well, he ain't coming to Carfest. Or if he's...
Unless he's got all the money.
Yeah. The price for the pitch is just double for that one over there. All right, you can be too relaxed, mate. You can be too relaxed. Mate, too cool for school. But now that's where you're... So carwow, over 10 million subscribers. That's only going to grow. Mm-hmm. Billions of views. You got your own thing going on as well. What's your channel?
Yes, I do my own channel, which is it's essentially an excuse for me to buy more cars because I can create a business case. Like when I'm explaining to my partner why I'm buying another car, I go, well, look, this is the business case for it.
Yeah.
And so I can acquire more cars. And I've found out, I've actually started a car dealership. I'm importing cars from Japan and selling them.
Right.
But I've realised that I'm very good at buying cars and rubbish at selling them.
Welcome to the club,
Yes.
my friend. Welcome. You need to talk to Jules Holland about this because Jules is much wiser than we'll ever be, and so he's got this 4 garage rule. And do you know how it works?
Yes. It's when something comes in, something's got to go out, right?
Well, that's our theory. That's why we know, because that's the theory.
Yeah.
So this theory's fine, but you've got to put it into practice. So the way his works is he's only got a garage that actually fits 4 cars in.
Oh.
Yeah, because we have a metaphorical 4-car garage, don't we? Which is why you've got 13 in a field.
Yes, right. So I bought a place where I could film cars, and it's got like 17 acres.
Yeah.
And you can fit a lot of cars on there.
You can fit too many, mate, can't you? There's a chapter on most of the car manufacturers we want to talk about. I mean, obviously, you've not been able to cover them all. Jaguar get their own chapter, which, we're currently in a sad period for Jaguar. Land Rover, not so. Thank goodness they're all part of the same company. You also talk about, very candidly, about... certain car companies who won't talk to you anymore, and Ferrari don't talk to you anymore. Which was the first? It's true. Which was the first car company that broke up with you?
I think it was Mazda.
Right. Which is ironic because
I've got a Mazda. I'm a big Mazda
we're
fan.
all massive Mazda. Mazda, we love you, but now and again you need a bit of feedback.
Yeah, it was a silly bit of feedback. I said one of their cars looked like a cat having a poo.
I know.
And I showed a picture of a cat having a poo, and it looked just like the car.
Yeah. Did you steal that off someone? The cat having a poo thing?
No, so the idea was Jeremy Clarkson said the Chrysler Crossfire looked like a dog having a poo.
Right.
There's no new ideas.
Yeah, there's
I just
no new
recycled
ideas.
them. But it's a different animal, so it's fine.
Do you think that was a bit of karma coming to get you back there? Maybe it was.
I think so. He
Yeah.
might have had a word with them and said, listen, it's just a rip-off.
So how come Ferrari won't speak to you anymore?
Okay, so we do quite a lot of drag racing, and Ferrari don't. They like to control the side-by-side testing of
Yeah,
their car.
they
They're
do.
very particular. They like to send a Formula One team down to monitor the cars.
Yeah.
We just drag race cars side-by-side from owners, and they just don't like that particularly.
Right. And do you know when they're breaking up with you, or is it just the sort of you get the silent treatment?
It's yeah. I've had discussions with them, and it's just a little bit like, this is not our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not that thing.
It's like kind of like that,
yeah.
and you just.
Whatever Italian is for this is not our thing. Please go away. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So who do you have the best relationships with?
Well, it depends, and it can cycle from manufacturer to manufacturer. I mean, I'm a bit of a Porsche fan. I love Porsche.
You're a massive Porsche.
Yeah, I quite like German cars. Right? I like German cars and Japanese cars.
Yeah. Which means you can't like Italian cars.
No, I'm not a big Italian car fan,
Yeah.
actually.
You start with Alpha.
Yeah.
And you sort of you get Alpha.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But don't get it. I
but
wouldn't
don't-
buy one.
Yeah, you wouldn't get it. All
No.
right. The current thing about BMWs, because I went to look at one the other day, because I just bought a new Skoda, a new old Skoda 2023.
Yeah.
Superb.
Great car.
Unbelievable. It gets in one of your top 10s. I love the
Yes.
top 10s, by the way.
Yeah, they're good.
I've got an issue with one of the top 10s.
Oh, go on.
In a moment or two.
Okay.
And I went to test a sort of hot estate, so the Superb Sportline is a hot estate. It's got Alcantara inside.
Yep.
It's great. It was 50 grand new. I got it for 25 grand last week. It is an awesome car. I am so happy when I get in this car because we love a bit of VFM, don't we?
Yeah.
And you talk about that when you talk about Skoda. The only thing about modern BMWs, it was in the BMW Maidenhead last week, and I sat in the car, I put my hands on the steering wheel, and I just said, not for me. And the lady said, are you sure? I said, no offense. Great car, not for me. I didn't even bother having the conversation about the steering wheel.
I don't know why they persist with it. Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember ages ago when everyone shifted to like flappy paddles for like the auto shifting,
Yeah.
and Porsche remained with these buttons, and they're
Yeah.
like, well, our customers really like this.
Yes.
And no, they didn't. In the end, they had to switch back. Someone somewhere high up, it's their decision, and until they go, these
So
steering wheels are gonna
funny,
stay
isn't
like
it?
that,
And they're
yeah.
in ivory towers, and everybody's scared to tell them the
Yeah.
truth and all this kind of stuff. Because it's the big story coming out of Modena about Ferraris. They're going back to manual gearboxes.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, there's lots of that. Lots of manufacturers are going back to manual gearboxes.
With the clutch.
I've heard as well about certain companies that are building gearboxes for premium car manufacturers, and the output is massively ramping up.
Yeah, it's a new industry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bring us your flappy paddle car or your DSG or whatever, and we'll turn it into a
Do you know why this is happening though?
Tell me.
It's because what's going to happen with cars is what happened to the watch market, right? So, in what was it, 1970s, Casio came out with the quartz,
Yeah.
right, and they made digital watches, and the the traditional watchmakers were like, oh, well, that's it, it's over. But what happened is that the traditional watch, they're for people who like art and like manufacturing and like
It's like vinyl records.
Yeah, exactly.
Analog.
And that's what's going to happen with the car. That like, there's going to be petrol cars for people who are really into cars, and for most people, most of the time, electric cars are actually better.
No, they're miles better, and because they said they said about cars, electric cars, is you can't get people to buy an electric car to save the planet. Ultimately, that's at the end.
Yeah.
But you need to make the cars just better than petrol cars because most people don't actually care.
No.
So they just want the best car.
And as a car fan, I have an electric car
Yeah.
because I don't like getting into my prized internal combustion engine cars and heat cycling them for a short distance. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really geeky stuff, that is.
Yeah, because you produce water, don't you? It's
Yeah,
actually bad for them.
it's bad for them.
A heat cycle is bad. For a car. We're getting too nerdy.
Yeah, everyone's just like logging out.
We nearly lost the audience, and they're a car audience.
I was going to say.
Okay.
He's had to sit down, he has.
Put the defibrillator away. We'll get back onto some more colourful stuff. The French car that sounds Italian, we're talking about Bugatti, of course.
Yep.
The crazy ethos behind the Bugatti Veyron was to build a supercar that was as easy to drive as a VW Golf.
Yep.
And they did it.
Yes.
And then you drove it around as if you were in a Golf.
Yes.
What did you do? Where did you go?
Oh, yeah, well, got into a bit of trouble for that. So I took a Bugatti Chiron
Yeah.
to a drive-through at McDonald's, which was right near... It was, to be fair, that is where the Bugatti staff
This
do
is
go.
why he's got 10 million subscribers, because he's funny.
But the worst thing was we got their a former Le Mans winning test driver to direct us through there so we didn't curb the alloy wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they really did achieve what they set out to do.
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
they?
That's because they had a chap in charge called Ferdinand Piech, who was basically some crazy industrialist, and he came up with this big plan of how you could make all these cars off a similar platform so that you could really inject a load of money and development to make them way better than everyone else's product.
And the great thing
And you
about...
know the Veyron, though? Every single one, complete loss.
Yeah, no, it was about $1.5 million loss. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
they were paying you to have the car if you could afford it.
3 million to build, 1.4 to buy.
Yeah.
And the purpose behind that was?
It was just a Halo product. Look
Yeah.
what we can do.
And it worked, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely worked. Job done. Now, bizarrely, not bizarrely, but surprisingly, Ford have also got a bit of beef with you.
Yeah.
Which is so interesting, I think, because you were right up Ford Street.
I was honestly, like, as a kid, Ford.
Yeah.
You know, I loved Fords, fast Fords. Where I grew up, they were the cars. I had an uncle who was into Vauxhalls, we shunned him a little bit. But, yeah, so love Fords. But Fords have kind of, and motoring journalists love.
We shunned him.
Well, you know, we weren't
What, the guy of the Griffin?
Yeah.
What?
Until he bought a Calibra and we were like, oh, maybe.
Yeah,
All
sorry,
right, okay.
sorry, I interrupted.
So, yeah, Fords, and motoring journalists love Fords because, do you remember when the Mark 1 Focus came out?
Of course.
I mean, it was a revelation. It had, like, independent rear suspension and it drove like a sports car. But steadily, they've kind of lost that as they've moved into electrification. And they're just not...
They had a halcyon period, didn't they, about 10, 15 years ago, when they had that special ops team in the desert.
Yes.
And who were allowed to carte blanche, weren't they? They were the sort of mischief makers for Ford, and they came up with all the retro stuff, which did work.
Yeah.
But since then, it's sort of plateaued and fallen off.
Yes.
But why have they fallen out with you?
I don't know. They just don't like some of the things that I did. I mean, one of the things I did a van drag race, and I kind of put on like a Ray Winston accent and was kind of a bit stereotypical.
Right.
And they kind of told me that what I did, that's not their actual van.
Did you
driver.
Did you dirty a white van on purpose, as you say in page 83, and then wrote with your finger, also available in white?
Yeah. So,
Did you also say, I wish my wife was this dirty in white? Did you do that?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, you shouldn't do that.
That might be why.
Would you
Okay.
Would you hold an olive branch to Ford?
Yes.
Have you split up with the car manufacturer and managed to get back together?
Toyota.
Nice one. Round of applause for Toyota. There you go. Never too late.
Yeah.
Life's too short.
Yeah. I love Toyota as well.
How did you get back together with Toyota?
Essentially, all I did was just report on their cars and love some of their cars, and it was all rosy.
You didn't love them on purpose, though.
No, just did. It just, especially things like the GR Yaris. I've actually got 2 GR Yarises. I love them that
You
much.
do. I mean, it started with you with the Mark 1 Fiesta, didn't it? And you're Yarising at them. You can't say
Yeah.
enough good things about the Yaris.
GR Yaris is incredible.
What do you think Chris Harris thinks about the Yaris?
He loves it as well.
Chris Yaris?
Chris-
Paragraph of the book. Would you like that one?
Go on.
Paragraph of the book goes to page 65. Here you go. And this is about China. I'm not sure that in the UK and Europe we quite understand the scale that China are working on. When I flew into Wuhan, there were thousands of rows of massive apartment blocks. It was like nothing I've seen. There are cities in China that are built over loads of different levels. So you think you're at street level, but then you look over the edge of the road and you realise that there are another 5 levels of city below you. It's like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
That's genuinely fascinating.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right. Now, when they get, what is it they need to get right that will cause us to be really scared?
Okay, so this is the thing with Chinese cars. Amazing value, good technology.
Mm-hmm.
They look decent.
Yeah.
They have interiors that are better than some of the German cars now because they've gone downhill. But their driving dynamics don't quite excite motoring journalists. Thing is, they're good enough for most people buying cars. The prices are amazing.
Yeah, because most people don't care.
Do you know the problem though, Chris?
Go on.
I've driven a car that does the driving dynamics which can match the Europeans.
Tell us.
It's a Xiaomi SU7 Ultra.
Yeah, they're going crazy, aren't
Do you know how much that is? So it's got 1,500 horsepower. It'll beat a Taycan Turbo GT in a drag race. In China, 50 grand.
I know we had. I think they come into Carfest. They were at Carfest last year.
Nuts.
That's
worrying.
Crazy. It is. Well, it is worrying, and it's worrying for the industry. It's not worrying for the consumer.
It's brilliant for the consumer.
Yeah, because you talked about the Skoda the Elrock VRS, and you said it's a great car. It's just not that exciting to drive. You know, it's okay to drive.
Yeah.
But then again, most people don't really mind.
They don't care.
They don't care. It's great, man. It's great. What else should we talk about? We've got loads of stuff here. Let's talk about Tesla.
Yeah.
Go on, tell me about Tesla. You're because I'm a Rivian guy. Yeah, I'm very excited about Rivian. But talk about Tesla for a bit.
So Tesla, I've got a Tesla Model 3. I separate the cars from the politics. You know, I went to Denmark and everyone had a sticker on there going.
I bought this before Elon went crazy. Yeah.
So I don't really get into all of that kind of stuff. But I like the cars.
Was that a caveat? Was that a little caveat there?
Yeah, no.
I like you. I was a little bit nervous there. No, but forget all that. What do you think?
So no, I like Teslas.
Yeah.
I generally like Teslas, especially the Model 3. I think it's a great car. I've got one.
Oh, what about self-driving? Where are you with self-driving?
So I use autonomous cruise on the motorway. A lot of motoring journalists don't tend to like it, but me, when I'm doing long miles, it's there as an assistant to help me out.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a little bit, a bit tired.
Totally, 100% if you're not in the mood.
Really helpful. Autonomous driving, that's how a lot of people will end up getting about.
4-car garage, come on. Matt Watson, boom.
Okay, so Porsche 911 ST, that's my driver's car. I would have an electric car in there, probably a Tesla Model 3.
Okay.
A 250 GT California.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I like a G-Wagon.
A G-Wagon?
Yeah.
It's funny because it seems like you had to think about that. So that's not a regular... You don't have an automatic answer.
No, so I'm a car journalist. And you must have this as well. I keep on running through lots of different cars and what I want changes
all the time.
Ever so often.
It's like, what's your favourite song? It says, what depends what you're doing.
Exactly.
Where you're going.
Exactly.
What's it for? Matt, I have loved meeting you. I think you're brilliant, mate.
Thank you.
I really do. The world's most followed car journalist, and he really is. This is the world's most followed car journalist. Matt Watson, Auto-Biography, an A to Z expose of cars. Thank God I didn't call you for that Top Gear job. Because A, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing now, and B, I wouldn't be here. Because I wouldn't have had to leave the BBC. I'm having such a great time, so thanks, Matt.
Thank you very much.
Matt Watson. There you go, there's the book. Let's play a tune, shall we? The great Matt Watson from Carwow on the Virgin Radio Breakfast Show. All thanks to me.